everybody. I'm Sylvia Vargas. I am from the Ontario Montclair School District. How's everyone doing today? Can I get some hands up? We're doing really good today. It's Tuesday. We're getting through our day. We made it to our green room. So hey, that's something positive. Okay, so I just want to remind you that we're going to start a presentation in just a quick moment with our great presenter from Bakersfield City Unified School District and Oakland. And we want to go ahead and take some great notes. And if you had a chance to print out your note catcher, you want to go ahead and just write what stood out to you, what strategies, what practices would you like to take back with you. If you didn't have a chance to print that out, no problem. You can just print out, pull out a sheet of paper and just write your notes. You're going to need that at the end when we're back in our with our districts to kind of reflect. So any questions on note catching and taking notes, or we made it, we're here.
There's also a note catching document in the chat room too, if you need access to that.
Thank you for that. So let's give some hands up for Bakersfield. All right, let's get this going. Are you ready?
Thank you, Sylvia. We are ready.
Okay.
PSD is always ready. All right, so I'm going to ask Tanya to share her screen. She's going to be our lead on guiding us through our presentation today. We have a little bit of an opening that we'd like to start with that gives you the element of what we try to do with our FACE presentation. So do want to mention that we have the added blessing of having Mr. Mark Lukey, who is joining us, joining our team, and Dr. Tim Fullenwider for the first time today. So they are now part of our BCSD team. We're super excited to have them here and so thankful for their time. It's a busy time for everyone, but we're most thankful that they're here with us today. So we'll hear more from them in a few.
If you live it for the moment, don't stop, celebrate the feels. Grow up, if you live it for the moment, don't stop, celebrate those feelings. Grow up, and wait for now, not tomorrow, wait for now. Look around, when wait for now, not tomorrow.
So normally we would actually play the whole thing, but in the interest of time, Dee Dee, I just cut that short. Go ahead.
All right, thank you. And I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Fullenwider.
Well, good morning, everybody. It's nice to be here. I've never been mentioned as an added blessing before. So Dee Dee, I'm going to tuck that in my pocket and I'll never forget that one. So thank you for that introduction. So our team that is here today, as Dee Dee mentioned, we are graced by the following individuals today. Mr. Mark Lukey, our Deputy Superintendent, who soon, in the span of about a month, will transition to be our Superintendent. So congratulations to Mr. Lukey on that. Myself, I'm the Executive Director of Instructional Support Services, and I get the pleasure of working with the FACE department all the time within my division of the district. We have Dee Dee Harrison, our coordinator for family community engagement. Tanya Kimbrough Hubbard, who you've heard already, who is serving as our AV director today. So it's our instructional specialist from FACE. Ann Lopez, who is a principal in our district at Harris Elementary. Laura Prado, who is our FACE liaison at Harris Elementary. We are also blessed with Lily Rosenberger, who is a management analyst from our local county office at Kern County Superintendent of Schools, is our fabulous partner there. Barry Hill, who is an associate executive director with the Boys and Girls Club, who we have an extensive relationship with here. And Bethany Bachman, a parent, PAL ambassador from Harris Elementary, and Rhea Nazareno, parent, PAL ambassador from Harris Elementary. So we're excited to be here to present to you today. All right, so just a brief little bit about Bakersfield City's demographics. Lovely picture of our district office there. Our demographics are, we're about 85% socioeconomically disadvantaged, 28% English learners, heavily Latino, about the same percentage for African American and Caucasian students. And we are actually the largest pre-kindergarten through 8th grade elementary school in the state of California. So we like to throw that designation around, even though it really means absolutely nothing, but we're really proud of it. So thank you for that. Our mission is to educate all students at the highest levels of academic excellence to become collaborative, critical, and creative thinkers. So here's an overview of what we're going to present today before I turn it back to Dee Dee. We're going to talk about how FACE is a key component of our LCAP, an overview of what the FACE and the service delivery model is, and our family and community engagement actions, the programs that we have. We're going to then highlight one of our fabulous schools with our visitors today, Harris Elementary, and then talk about our journey through the pandemic as we've moved from in-person FACE to virtual FACE. So with that, let me reintroduce Dee Dee Harrison, and she'll take it from here.
All right, thank you, Tim. All right, so we are going to start off with priority 3, which I'm going to just give you a little bit of a timeline about the progress that we've had in FACE. So prior to 2014, and I start there because that's when I came on board, and we were the parent involvement program. And that just really was about overseeing the parent advisory groups, making sure we had Title I compliance. And the idea at that time was that we had a variety of support staff that was managing the parent involvement work. So for instance, I was an academic coach, and I was also wearing the hat of covering parent involvement, which is kind of where I developed the love of working with parents. So in 2014, I was hired on as the coordinator, and we went from parent involvement, then transitioned into parent engagement. My first assignment was to open up 10 regional parent centers and then hire on community relations liaisons. So those were going to be our staff that were going to work at the parent centers. And then between 2016 and 2018, then we went into a new growth, because now we were going from parent engagement down to family and community engagement, because we saw that we needed to holistically work around our students and serve our families and our community together. So I was able to bring on my instructional specialist, which really supported the work that we were doing, because she works with building out professional development for our staff, building out new curriculum for parents, and then working here with our district staff to help with the supporting and coaching that we do with our team. And then our FACE representatives, and we're going to talk a little bit more about them later, but they serve here at the district office, and they coach and support our liaisons who are out at the school sites. We went from 10 parent centers to now we have 34. And we have a FACE liaison on every campus, and we have 44 schools, so we have one at each school. And fast forward to 2021, we are FACE/virtual FACE, because right now everything that we currently do in our programs or had done in person, we currently do now in a virtual format. So I wanted to kind of keep along the same lines of the timeline and share out a couple of the highlights of what our accolades are here at the district. So in coordination with the nutrition department, we received a golden bell for our Now We're Cooking program. 2018, we received from the California Department of Education an exemplary district, which was based on the accomplishments of our FACE team and our programs. In 2019, we received national recognition from the National School Boards Association with a Magna Award for our work in creating equitable opportunities for families. And in 2020, we were recognized by the district administrators, which showcases nationwide model programs. And we received a District of Distinction Award under the category of Community and Family Engagement. So now I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Catania, who's going to talk about our service delivery models.
Woo, good morning. So our district, BCSD, is the operational structure is a service delivery model, which is broken up into 5 areas, and our FACE structure is embedded in this particular structure. At the district office, we house the coordinator, the 5 FACE representatives, and the instructional specialists. And at each school site, as Dee Dee mentioned before, they have a FACE liaison. And then we were able to add in our PAL ambassadors, which are obviously not on the, they're not on the pay ticket, but they are part of the model nonetheless. All right. Maybe we'll advocate for that next time, right? Okay. All right, our FACE representatives, their role at the central office is huge. So they oversee our district level family engagement programs. And as you can see, there is a list. I will not read them all, but one of the biggest pieces is that they are over our parent advisory groups. They also support and coach FACE liaisons at the school site and at the parent center. Excuse me. And they support them with family quarterly nights, with parent cafes, monthly cluster meetings. They also, as a part of the service delivery model, they're like broken down into like little area cohorts. They collaborate with other individuals from other departments that work within their areas. So that's MTSS, special education, ELA, math, ELD, etc. They assist in developing, assist the staff in developing and implementing workshops, and then they develop and implement methods to continuously increase parent and family engagement events. Excuse me. So then when we get into the roles of our FACE liaisons at the school site, what are they doing? Okay, they're doing a whole heck of a lot, right? So they're going to start at the beginning when they're going to talk about the basic introducing our families into the workings of the school and the district. So they're bringing our families, existing and new families, into the school community, the district community. They also promote the connection and relationships with families. And I love that fact that it's not just them and our families, but they're bringing them in to connect with the teachers, to connect with the other staff on the campus, and to connect with us at the district, right? They serve as liaisons to resources in order to meet their needs. So we have parents who may come with the need of food or with the need of clothing. Our liaisons are going to hook them up with the resources that they need. In that, they also are going to encourage our parents to participate in all of the different activities that we have, like Parent University. And I'm gonna promise you, you're going to hear Parent University about 400 more times in this presentation. It's just that good, okay? And then we have that they are going to encourage parents and the caregivers to engage in the school-based activities, things that are going on, drawing people in to go to be a part of everything that's going on in the school. So now we have what we're talking about, developing the matrix, how we're evaluating how we're doing. We do it through our registration through Parent University. Once again, we have each liaison has accountability sheets that will where they keep track of their contacts. We talk about the overall attendance at our district events. We have parent climate surveys that go through. We have the AirCap forum, and then we have the Face Walk Culture and Climate, which allows for parents to go through with the administration to walk their school campus and look at the things that are working and the things that are not working. So then in the LCAP and in the LCAP forum, we are known as Goal 3, hashtag we are Goal 3. If you go on Twitter, you will see that. That is often used. And this our whole FACE department has kind of come and be created from this FACE logic model. I am not going to go into depth about this. You do have a copy, but I do want to say that where it says starts with these inputs, what is highlighted, it says it starts with your board and your superintendent having a vision for family and engagement. If you can get them on board right there, things can happen. And then you go through and you'll develop these strategies and you're having these different outputs, which you hope will lead to these different family outcomes. I do want to say though, in our case, those strategies that we put in place actually became a part of our LCAP action. Right. And so that is important, that they weren't just strategies everybody just threw out there and then nobody knew what to do with. They were important enough to put in our LCAP. All right. We also want to talk about building trusting relationships, and we're doing that. Once again, we're going to talk about Parent University, and we talk about is coming through with the LCAP forum and allowing our parents and staff. We talk about that stakeholder engagement timeline where our district is communicating with all of the stakeholders about what's going on in our LCAP. And that is important to building the trust, the communication. One of the beautiful things that they've also done is they've included our PALs, or our parents as leaders, an additional parent group to get feedback. And then in our parent university, we also created what is called a pathway, where we take a 3-part series of the LCAP. The LCAP was literally broken down into pieces so that our parents could understand what it is, how it works, and what we do. And that particular thing was taught by our Assistant Superintendent of Educational Services. And that was pretty awesome. Oh, welcome to the wedding, y'all. So we're talking about the LCAP and Parent University got married. It's a beautiful union. Let me just explain that to you. Why is this a beautiful union? It's because we have a captive audience at Parent University for our LCAP forum. We can get genuine, immediate feedback right then and there, where our administrators and our parents are interacting and having conversations. It's also acts as an incentive towards our PU graduation. Again, I'll tell you, Parent University will be discussed a little bit later. And then you have more informed parents. What district doesn't want parents who are informed, right? And so I want you to look at just a quick little look at our little invitation. In 2015-16 at a LCAP forum, we had 3 parents that kind of showed up. God bless those 3, but we needed more, right? So we Dee Dee decided to marry it to the Parent University, and we increased 2016-17, 386 parents. The next year, 265 parents. The following year, 519 parents. 1920, 497 parents. And even virtually, yay team, 389 parents. So we found that this marriage works for us. All right, moving on. Now, I'm going to mute myself. I know, don't be upset. I'm going to go ahead and mute myself, and Miss Dee Dee Harrison is coming back.
All right, thank you, Katanya. So I want to just give you a brief overview of some of the FACE programs that we offer here at the district office, or through Bakersfield City, I should say. Parent University has been mentioned. This is a pathway that we have classes. We have 11 different variety of classes that are taught by administrators, executive directors, teachers, academic coaches, and we have an outstanding staff. And these are workshops that last over a course of 7 to 8 months. And we just graduated them this past Saturday. We had 350 graduates through our virtual means. So Parent University is one that we're most proud of. We have great return for what we're doing with our parents. They're learning skills. PALs, our PAL ambassadors and our parents as leaders, I'm going to let my parent team kind of handle that one. So I'm going to just leave that one there. Our Now We're Cooking is one of our interactive educational programs that we really are trying to teach families how to have these organic and authentic conversations with parents around food, because that's always like, you think about meals and how important those are. And so we have a Now We're Cooking program that we have worked in partnership with our nutrition department, and now we've made those virtual. Our Loving Solutions and our Parent Project, those are our behavior and proactive approaches to helping parents through a 6 to 10 week program on just learning concrete solutions on helping parents. And so at this time, to hear more about PALs, I'm going to introduce our fabulous parents, Miss Bethany Bachman and Ria Nazarino.
Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone is doing fantastic this morning. My name is Bethany Bachman. I am a parent with Bakersfield City School District. I'm a parent at Harris Elementary. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about our community service projects that we do within our FACE realm. And these are all put forth to the FACE department by fellow parents. So we work really close with the Gleaners, they provide meals for our families. So we take time to go and volunteer at their locations to help put food baskets together. And the really great thing about those is if our families come and participate on those days, they actually get to take a food basket home in addition to their time that they put in. So it's a really great win-win. You'll see a picture right there. Toys for Tots, we have a huge, it kind of broke my heart this last year. It was the first time we haven't done it in several years. We rally the troops, so to speak. We do a competition between all 44 schools of which school can accumulate the most toys and books for Toys for Tots. And the last couple of years has been really great. We have actually filled several trucks for. A thing that we started was our Houchin Blood Bank, Pals Give Pints. It's our second year in a row. And then just various backpack and clothing drives and honoring our principals. We do lots of monthly goals to see these things. And I'm gonna turn it over to my fellow parent, Rhea, to talk about parent leadership.
Good morning, everyone. In addition to what Ms. Bethany said, our district are committed and dedicated for us parents to get involved and engage in our child's education, not only for them to be academically successful, but also to grow and strive every day, especially in these challenging times. The district and our school never stop providing us all the help and support that we need. It's really indeed that they are always assuring us, even we are in these difficult times, we are in this together. For the leadership training that the district provided us, I started as a parent, as leaders, and a parent university graduate for 3 years before I became a PAL ambassador. Being a PAL ambassador, I learned how to be a great leader in our school, a kind of leader that is not authoritative with my co-parents, but rather influence and inspire them on what I'm doing. I also learned that being successful in all walks of life is making others also be successful. That is why as PAL as ambassador, that is my advocacy and opportunity to empower more parents to participate, involve, and engage in school and district leadership.
Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and do our school highlight. Caroline Payne Harris Elementary School, where the principal, Ms. Ann Lopez, our FACE liaison, Laura Prado, and our parent leaders who you just heard from. So, Ms. Lopez.
All right. Good morning, everyone. And I want to just thank my two parents that you just heard from. They are amazing ladies who are always willing to jump in, and I'll talk a little bit more about that. I wanted to share with you a little bit about setting the tone at a school and what that means. It means that you're at the gate every morning and again at dismissal, that you are visible at any activities that involve your parents, and give them a chance, even in the morning, just to wave and say hi so they know who you are and feel comfortable with you if there is an issue. I think I've solved more problems at the gate than I have, having to recall parents and try and meet with them, and it takes care of things right away. It gets the families comfortable with me, and it's a great way to also share invitations for events that we're having or activities, and make sure that we can get to know the families, not just the students that are here at the school all day, but to get to know the parents and provide that kind of a family setting when we get started every morning. We are extremely well planned. My FACE liaison, Miss Laura Prado, who you'll hear from in just a second, works with me every year, and by May we have the next year planned out. So we always try and make sure that we have our dates set. We also involve our parents, like Bethany and Miss Rhea, to have them kind of help with what not only they would do as pals, but they're also part of our booster club. So they may have activities or fundraisers or things like that that they want to coordinate with us. Some of the programs that we do every year are the nutrition classes, Loving Solutions, and Hispanic Heritage Month. We don't do Cinco de Mayo, we do Hispanic Heritage Month because we have so many families from different South American countries, and we want to make sure that we are honoring them. Some unique things that we've added are our Pals Got Talent, and this is just our parents having their own. This year it was Zoom meetings, and one parent taught everybody how to make green enchiladas. Miss Rhea, who is from the Philippines, taught us a little bit about the history of the Philippines, and then also taught us some words in Tagalog. So it was exciting. And then, you hear of Jada Pinkett Smith and her red table talk. We have the purple table talk, and that really helped our families this year. So you can see from our pictures here that, it looks like every day is a good day for a party at Harris. So we just try and keep that atmosphere going. We always have food. We always have prizes. At the end of the month, we do the Parent Cafe, which is kind of a little more relaxed. It's a chance to sit back and have a cup of coffee with everybody. We do throw in a little bit of parent education, but mostly it's time for us just to answer any questions and to help them feel comfortable. So one of the main things that have become really popular for us is the family nights on Zoom.
Good evening. This is Miss Laura, and I would like to remind you that tomorrow it's our family night, the first one of the year on Zoom. It will be at 6 p.m. We're going to have stories. The kids can wear their favorite book characters. We're going to have prizes throughout the night. Where you can find that information, here on the link or in the calendar. We're going to have the same password and ID as the sessions. I hope to see you tomorrow on Zoom. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
And this is my amazing face liaison, Miss Laura Prado.
Good morning. I don't know if that video was going to get me fired or not, but I did it. It was my first one. I'm getting better at it after that one. Finally, I was waiting. As you can see, I put a lot of energy on everything I do. I've been doing my clappers now. As you can see, Ms. Lopez and I, we put our love and our passion into everything we do. Here in this particular picture, that was our first virtual activity. So we didn't know. We had over 60, not parents or squares. We had over 60. We had 60 families. That means 3 or 4 or 5 people behind that little square. It was an amazing turnout. We delivered the first prize, which it was a pizza, which it was $10. But to see the excitement on that little girl when we arrived to her house with all the safety precautions and everything, it was priceless. So we knew we have to keep doing one every month. And since then, we've been doing one every month. Like I said, we put our heart into this. I don't know if you remember, Miss Tony, you did an activity, the first meeting that we had. You break us into breakout rooms and you asked us to say something that it was discussed most important, something important about building these relationships. And one that we shared was love. And I remember I said amor, because without amor, love, none of this would happen. For this position, we need to put our love into everything we do. You saw me with a purple hair. We having science night tomorrow. So I have my flyer here with science. We deliver some materials tomorrow. I'm wearing my science hair and I'm extremely excited for tomorrow. I cannot wait. As you can see, this reflected in the faces of the parents. This engagement, it's only a win-win deal. We help our families help our little ones. The little ones are happy and the teachers can see that. It's a teamwork. It's a team. I wrote something down and I'm not even know where I am. I think I said it all. Most important, love. This is what I want to leave you with, love. Everything you do for your families, you have to put your more into it and the rest will just come. Hopefully I said it right. Thank you.
Thank you, Laura. Thank you. And this is why it's so great to share this with other districts, because she exudes just the energy that I think is what helps us be so successful in the work that we do, because she's like that all the time. This is not just for today. She's like that all the time. We love her. So I'm going to take you through a quick walk through a journey through the pandemic and how we became we went from the in-person to now what we call virtual face. So we did, like everyone else, we had our own challenges with dealing with how are we going to do this. Our work is normally around engaging families and bringing them to our campus. And when that was no longer okay or safe, we had to start thinking of ways of how we're going to make that happen through a virtual format. The challenges were is that we did not know how to do technology and our own self. So we were teaching and learning at the same time that our parents were. So I think that really helped us in learning with them. We had new staff that we were also bringing on board. We had to really adjust the way we even developed our programs to deliver to parents, because we usually have like a 2-hour meeting for a parent advisory. That's too long on Zoom. So we needed to like change that up, and we needed to keep it engaging and authentic and relevant. We wanted to make sure that the lessons that we're offering are things that parents needed at this time. So we really worked on social and emotional support. We really worked learning technology, but we were really learning at the same time and learning with them. Our fabulous communications and our curriculum team really listened to any time of that we shared out, our families need to see this in a video, or we need to create something so that there's a place where parents can go if they need to be walked through these steps. So we did have a fabulous online resources, which is on our BCSD website. So feel free to go through and take some time to look at the different things that were put into place. It really allowed us and our team to guide parents to that source. This is really just a needs assessment of some of the things that we found as a challenge, because we were limited in our own technology. And as I mentioned, we really had to learn Zoom and what a Google Classroom was. And our team, our FACE liaisons, were needing to learn that and then also teach parents at the same time. So a lot of learning was happening. This is really just showing that everything that we normally offered in person, we continued in a virtual platform. So here's just, this is kind of our communication that we would put out, that everything then went to virtual. Our parent advisory meetings, our parent university, our Now We're Cooking Loving Solutions at PALS Academy, and also our PAL ambassadors. So we also, in this learning process, learned how to create Google Sites, and we felt that it would be a great opportunity for us to have like a one-stop shop that parents can go to access all of the things family and community engagement. So, and this is an actual link. So, when you have a chance, please visit and see what great things are happening out at our school site. When you hit the VACE virtual sites in school, that will take you to all 44 of our schools. And you can click on that link and it opens up to their virtual calendars and their virtual parent centers. And I have a couple of examples of what that looks like. Also, our parent university online classes live in that area too. So we did, like I mentioned, have parent university go to an online course so parents can actually access that Google site to get to the coursework. So here's a sample of one of our FACE liaisons from Garza Elementary. So this would be what you would see if you were to open up her virtual site, and you can click on any one of those links and that'll take you directly into her Zooms at those times so parents are able to access across the district. Here's just another quick example of like a virtual parent center. So if you were to hover over any of those little icons in the picture, that would open up a link. And these are just some other ways that the FACE liaisons would help bring a picture of who they are and a little bit about what they are offering. Our social media outreach was extensive. So we went to Facebook Live, Twitter, Instagram Live. We went out into the community and took our parents with us on the virtual tours. And this is just a little bit of some data that I was sharing about our parent university, the courses that we offer and the instructors that we use, and some of our data from our numbers in the past 2 years. Our parents are really kind of matching our same demographics as our school site, so of our district. So I was really pleased with that. Our retention rate shows that we had 35% of our parents that were brand new this year that were able to join based on the fact that we went virtual. So we're excited about that. And we have a lot of returners as well. And our recruitment efforts continue to show that our FACE liaisons are really our direct communication to parents. And then we added Parent Square this year as our communication platform. And now we're cooking. This is just some analytics about some of the things that we're doing with our online part. So we're excited about the numbers because we're actually reaching more families. And then these are just some great photos that we collected. It doesn't even put a little pinpoint on all of the great work that our FACE liaisons, our FACE team, our pals and our parent ambassadors do to build this community of great leaders. And lastly, I always like to end with, this is a picture from our pals from a couple of years ago. And I love Dr. Karen Mapp, so I love this quote: family engagement is not a program, it is a practice. And thank you, that is Bakersfield City for you.
Congratulations, Bakersfield. So impressed. You guys have, I mean, I have so many questions and want to dive in on so many levels to find out more about what you do and how you do it.
I am amazed by the great work that Bakersfield's doing. I'm curious to know, you said 35 parent centers at all your school sites?
Yes, we have one parent center at 34 of our school sites.
Wow, that's exciting. That's like the cherry on top of that big sundae. That's amazing. That's amazing work. That's awesome.
Yes, thank you.
And that's through district support. It doesn't have to come out of our school site budget. So it's planned into the LCAP.
Wow.